Come on!
Good gaming, everyone. Welcome to the one and only Neutral Gaming Podcast on YouTube. You can go anywhere to hear what you want to hear, but you can only come here to hear the truth. Today we're going to talk about yesterday's Summer Games Fest opening, mainly focused on, is Sony going third party? Is Sony going the way of Sega and becoming third party? I think it's a legitimate question, y'all. I'm sorry. It starts as the seed, as they say. A very wise man calls it the mustard seed. It starts very small, but it becomes a huge tree, and it seems like that's what's happening to Sony now. And just for those of you who are really about Sony and its exclusives, or you claim to be, just understand this is all due to your mouth. You spoke about what you would do, what you wouldn't do, what you would buy, what you wouldn't buy. So when Sony puts out their family-friendly game and you trashed family-friendly games in the past, now it's going to a place where they think people will buy family-friendly games. And that's Nintendo, right? The shooters are going places where they think they would buy shooters. Because you said, just make third-person movie games. And they said, sure, fine. That's what you're gonna buy. Take that, right? No Diddy. Take that, okay? But when it comes to everything else, you're not interested. Some of you aren't interested in handhelds. Some of you aren't interested in VR. Some of you are barely interested in arcade racers. Some of you aren't really interested in fighters. You know what I mean? Just third-person movie games. And Sony, over 10 years, they have maybe 10 years, maybe more than 10 years at this point. They have 10 plus years of evidence that you only buy one thing. So in the very least, when they want to stretch out to the other 120 million gamers that buy their console to sell something to them, right? Because on average, the movie games you buy sell about 10 million, right? On average. That's 110 million other players out there that they want to serve, that they want to build a product for, and you're trying to gatekeep that. And Sony said, no, I'm gonna give you what you want, so you can't get on the internet and complain, but I'm gonna get out there and make games for everybody else, the other 110 million players that are out there. Because PlayStation on average sells about 120 million consoles, right? So that's why, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, yesterday was Summer Games Fest with Jeff Keighley, and the opening game for Summer Games Fest was Lego Horizon, right? So that's like Horizon Forbidden West or Horizon Zero Dawn, but as a Lego game, and it's family friendly. And at the end of the trailer, it shows, at the end of trailers, it shows what platforms it's coming out for, like PC and PlayStation and Xbox, whatever. For Lego Horizon, they show a Nintendo symbol saying that they're going to release it on Nintendo. And we've seen they've already been releasing games on PC. We've seen they've already sent the PSVR 2 to PC. Because nobody's really supporting it. At this point, if Xbox was really viable, if they really had an audience that really supported shooters or something along the lines that PlayStation fans don't support, they would be getting PlayStation games as well. Because a lot of times, the PlayStation tends to follow Xbox when it comes to business decisions. And Xbox has made a bunch of business decisions recently to say, we're going third party. So PlayStation said, why would you get all the money? Let us go third party. You know what I mean? So, it really seems like there are going to be some games that are exclusive, that are family friendly. But if they have any doubts about something they're experimenting with, something that is not concrete, that's why I think Astrobot is exclusive, even though I don't think they have a bunch of confidence in that, because it's obviously a $70 game that they're charging $60. It shows how much confidence they have in you. They're going to bring it to other platforms. I don't think there's much fight against this right now. Sony is a third-party publisher. I mean, like I said, there's going to be games that they have confidence in that you'll buy. But you have gate-kept yourself to such a small corner that Sony has no confidence outside of what you determined to be a true PlayStation game. And this is my issue with some of you is you're trying to describe yourself as a PlayStation purist by saying, we just buy what Sony's known for, when Sony is that's not what Sony was originally. Sony's first big hit, in my opinion, was a multiplayer game called Twisted Metal. At least when it comes to franchises they own, right? Then you can go into third party Metal Gear and say, it became the movie games, the third person movie games. But Sony has always been versatile. I don't know where you guys are getting this from, because PlayStation 4, just relied on movie games. But everything is going away. Everything's going away. And what was it all for? Right? This console war was going on since 2006, 2005. I was there at the very beginning. What was it all for? Just for you to turn around, pretty much say we don't support our games unless it's one type of game, and send everything else to everybody else. What was it all for? 20 years or so, almost 20 years of a war, and it was all for nothing, just for your console to go third party. Is this what you wanted? I think it looks like a waste of time now, but I think it's inevitable. I don't think there's much argument. If Sony doesn't have confidence in you as a console base for a game they're putting out, because they want money from other customers as far as their studios games that they're making, they're going third party with it, and I don't think there's anything you can do about it, because you've gate kept and you've put yourself in a small corner, and they have no confidence in you. So before I keep repeating myself, that's how I'm going to end the video. If you disagree and you have a legitimate way of arguing that, please do. If not, I think we can all agree PlayStation is going third party. All right? Y'all take care.